Bogomolova, the player who went on a huge service run last night to will this team back to victory. She's going to start back there.
They got 7 straight points off of her serve in that 5th set. Inde on the left side is dug up. Hoffman terminates. It is important to know each team has received an additional challenge for this 5th set. Just something to keep in mind. Ooh, that's a sharp shot down the line for Chi Inde.
I think as many balls as you can get to Inde and Wokolo here in this 5th set, if you're Pitt, that's what you've absolutely got to have. Too many balls to Lund could spell trouble because that means they're a little bit out of system.
Maren Grote.
There it is again, early in the match. That slide play, we saw at the beginning of set 4, Powell chose to go with the slide. Here early in set 5, she finds Grote behind. They don't overuse the slide, but when they do use it, it sure is effective. Really well-placed ball there by LMA Powell.
And now Powell will go back to serve. She has had one of the best serves for Washington today. Blocked! Grote at the net!
Grote on the slide kill, Grote on the stuff block. And it was a really nice serve from Powell that created a bit of a predictable situation and gave an advantage to Washington in that blocking matchup.
Grote has 5 blocks. Pass too tight. And it's going to be 4 contacts on Pitt.
And look how much better Washington is doing in defending Inde. Early in this match, so many of her swings were going for kills, and now they're getting some touch blocks on her, slowing her down, allowing the defenders behind her to transition.
Four straight points for Washington.
Samantha Drexel getting in on the action in true Powell form. Washington spreading it around.
Drexel. Washington hits 8 points first.
And everyone for Washington is just in on the action. We continue to see Drexel, Inlay, Hoffman, all in double-digit kills.
Back into Pittsburgh, number 2, Valeria Vasquez-Gomez. Now serving number 23, Kayla Lund.
Tip over the block. Back to Lockwood. Blocked!
Wow, Washington just standing strong. Obviously the play completely bunched up there in right front for Pitt. And they really have no other option here but to set the right side. It creates an advantage for Washington, but can they capitalize on it? And they do with a really disciplined block. And now an ace to follow it up, Courtney, from Drexel.
And Pitt will call its last timeout of this 5th set. Washington's block and their serving have improved as this match has gone on. It has helped them tremendously.
Yeah, absolutely. They just couldn't quite get a 3-option pass early in this match. And I really feel like this offense is at its best when you're forced to defend all 3 across the front line. Very predictable situations early on. But they have just plugged away, and that pass has gotten better and better. And then to go along with that, they're now creating more pressure from the service line.
If you're Pitt, you are down 6 right now in a short set. What's got to change?
You know, I think for Pitt, they're at their best when they've been aggressive in this tournament. And I expect them to be aggressive. That's the way they play. But I think you got to continue to feed Wokolo. They haven't quite had the success with her. She hasn't been able to take full rips at the ball. It hasn't been a perfect connection as this match has gone on. But we know it's there. We saw it early. And I think you got to be willing to take some chances here. Maybe when you don't feel like you're quite in system, you got to maybe take a chance, push the middle, give her an opportunity. She is really a matchup problem for any team.
Yeah, she hits .415 on the season. That is a high percentage. It would be great to give her the ball if they can. Samantha Drexel on the serve. Lockwood.
And it's the unpredictable for Pitt. I would not have expected the ball to Lockwood, but it's a beautifully set ball. She has all sorts of room to swing options. She could go angle line, and she just drills one down the line.
Into the lineup, defensive serve number 3, Kat Flood.
Pitt has brought Kat Flood into this set to serve.
Talk about a pressure situation for a freshman.
Out to the pin. Great up by Vasquez Gomez. Gunnell setter on the outside. She was all over that point.
Yes, she was, and she has a lot of ground to cover because Pitt is asking their off blocker in that situation out of left front to come all the way over and pick up that tip. It's a lot of court to cover.
Now Washington will use its first timeout. Pitt has no timeouts remaining. They were down 6 just moments ago.
That time going right after the setter as she has that matchup in the front row, turns on it down the line. And Vasquez Gomez with a big swing right there.
That's a little momentum that Pitt needs right now. They're running out of time.
No timeouts left. It's going to be all on their shoulders to create some momentum out there on the floor. And Vasquez Gomez certainly providing the energy they need to do so.
Both of these teams got it done yesterday in 5-set matches. Pitt looking for its very first national semifinal in school history. System swing for Washington.
Ooh, touch call.
Touch on the ball. Maddie Inslee got a touch on that ball. That is something they could challenge, but each team only has one challenge in this set.
Lots of credit to Kat Flood, inserted into the match to serve there. She puts a really nice serve in play. They get what they want. They get a one option opportunity here. Really only option was to set the outside.
And it did look like there was a touch on that ball. Overpass. Claire Hoffman just ate it up.
Washington starting to feel it. Down 0-2. It was Pitt who took sets 1 and 2, and Washington has come storming back.
Pitt not going anywhere just yet. Jordan Lockwood.
Lockwood in some clutch situations right now for Pitt, coming up big.
Only playing to 15 here in this 5th set. Kylie Lever's in. Washington inching closer. Claire Hoffman.
Really nice tempo, nice placement on the set. Hoffman finishes it off.
Bogomolova back. Out of the middle comes Sabrina Starks.
And when they're in system, the middle has been and continues to be so effective for Pitt.
Powell goes behind her. Maren Grote gets the kill. It is match point Washington.
Sometimes teams go away from the middle as the match goes on. Washington has worked the middle more and more as the match has gone on.
Service error, second match point though for Washington. Starks will step back. Pitt's got to be perfect. How about those Huskies? Moving on to the national semifinal.
We said last night may have been the best comeback in Husky history, and then they turn around today down 0-2 and pull it out to land themselves a spot in the national semifinals.
For the 5th time, they will be in the national semifinals, the first time since 2013. What a season for Pitt, the only unseeded team to make it this far, but they can't hold off the comeback of a Washington squad on a mission.
Tell you what, so much credit to Pitt. They looked brilliant early in this match, but I tell you what, Washington just hung in there.
An incredible run for Pitt. They started the spring season 4-4. The fall season. They went undefeated in the spring. So much fight, so much determination for Dan Fisher and his Pitt Panthers, but their run will end in their very first regional final in school history. Wow, Washington on back-to-back days. Remember, they trailed by 6 points in the 5th set yesterday, got it done. Went down in this match 0-2, got it done in the 5th.
And they played to their strengths. They did what has defined them all season long, and that's spread the ball around. Stick to what you're good at. That's